and in your book, you talk about how, business is the shades of gray. And I think for people who have done well academically, it's very easy, in the sense that you have an exam, you study for it, and hopefully you do well. And it's, as you were saying, it's quite binary. You either study, do well, don't study, and don't do well. But I think with business, there are all these subtle things going on, all these soft skills. How do you make friends with you have mentors or have the right sponsors, and how do you get them on side? Because there are a lot of subtle things going on there. So I think when you do get into the workplace, you really have to be strategic, and that's why I started doing the podcast and some of the work I'm doing, is that you really need to think about this in a strategic way. You can't be ad hoc and think, okay, I'm gonna just work hard and people will notice, people will like me, they'll promote me. That's just not going to happen. So you really have to think, okay, where is it you want to get to, and then reverse engineer and think, okay, what are the small steps I have to take to get to that place? And I think that's what you're talking about in your book. Is that correct, broadly correct, Connie?
Yes. You brought up such a great point that for so many, you do go into work thinking it is this meritocracy. You go in thinking it is black and white, just like school. Work hard, you do well on a project. Therefore, I'm recognized. Therefore, that should logically lead to promotion or more opportunities and so forth. And the reality is that's not always the case at all. Sometimes it is, but in many instances, there are so many other factors that influence an outcome. And if you're not aware of that, you're not seeing the big picture, it's hard to understand. So many people get quite frustrated because they don't understand why peers might be moving up when they may not have that level of talent or commitment to delivery. And so you see that there's this hidden game. And for many, a lot of us don't like playing the game, right? It seems inauthentic. But when you're able to take a step back and understand the relationships and how people are influenced, which gets back to that point of soft skills. How do you read the room? How do you build that necessary emotional intelligence? How do you also understand that the way to move forward in the right way is through people, right? It's not about the end outcome of it is about the end outcome of the project too, but you're dealing with people, their emotions, their own personal desires. So when you can understand that, which is one of those chapters that we talk about in the book, is building those necessary soft skills, that will help you better understand how to chart your course. It is not as straightforward. I think what's really important is to help people understand those different elements that enable you to craft the right path when you're clear on what it is your outcome may be. Many people go through their career saying, well, I think I want that promotion first, which all of us do when we start out. But then over time, you realize, well, that's not fulfilling for me. So what do you believe what's that goal that you're really searching for? Is it this opportunity to have a level of freedom in your work to grow consistently? Maybe it's into pivot into a totally new area, but also have that freedom and flexibility where you can be at home with your family. When you look at it very big picture that way, what are the right roles? Who are the right people to work for? That can help you accomplish it. You start to actually think differently versus, well, I need a job with this title, with this amount of compensation in this area, that's going to make me happy. The reality, that's not really the root cause that might be causing you angst in the first place.